What's up, everybody? I am Sniggenhoff, and it is said that in our country, the dead are more alive than in any other country in the world. We're playing Castile today. Glad you've joined us. I just Googled that quote like 5 seconds ago, so you're welcome. Anyway, in the last episode, we beat France in a war, and then we fed the territory we got to Aragon, so hopefully someday it will advance our goals of becoming the emperor. Also, right now, Bohemia is getting destroyed by Poland. Like, absolutely wrecked. Who else is Poland fighting? Bohemia and Bavaria. They're just working on Bavaria, too. Poland's kind of a hoss in the early game, especially if they get the Lithuanian personal union, which they did. So they have all this land, and they just crush everyone. France, the Ottomans, and Poland are kind of like the big dogs, and then Muscovy also can be terrifying. So can Sweden, and Denmark at times. Everybody's scary. Just everyone's scary in their own right. We also have a disaster ticking up that we should probably deal with right now. Either 4 years has passed by very swiftly, which is possible. I'm on speed 4, or I was way off on my math on how many years it was going to take for that disaster to fire. So I should probably revoke some land from them right now. I'm also going to unfund my army, and when they get back in my territory, probably dismiss my mercs. And also turn off my forts for now. I probably don't even need this fort per se. And eventually, I think once I integrate Aragon, my capital is going to end up moving to Madrid instead of Toledo. So like that fort will probably be unnecessary too, but we'll cross that bridge when we come to it. We need to get some manpower back. We need our war exhaustion to tick down. And the nobility don't hate us right now, so we can revoke land without them getting too mad. We do want to revoke something that will bring them down below 89% if possible. That brings them down to 85%, 82%, 83%, 82%, and 86%. So, it's not possible. We're going to have to revoke 2. And so we want to revoke... Okay. This one's going to decrease it by 6%, and this one's going to decrease it down to 85%, but it's not going to decrease their loyalty below 40. Do you guys see that? So I can go this one, then this one, and not have any problems. Or, even better, probably this one, then this one, because this is a better province that I'd rather have back underneath my control. Then they will continue ticking down, because they won't have as much control as they expect to have, but... Oh, that's the clergy. Still, they're going to continue ticking down because they won't have as control as they expect to have. But I'm going to have to just sit on that for a while. Oh, didn't want to close that. So, let's go ahead and revoke this province. They're still above 40%, so they're not mad yet. And then this province. Now they're mad, but they're also at 79% and not so mad that they're going to take over my country. So, let's go ahead and... unpause here in a second. Oh, there's so many buildings I want to build. So, I kind of wish I could build all. I've only got 200 ducats, so I can only build 2 buildings. This one, I probably don't need right now because I only have the one really good trade province. This one increases my naval force limit by 2, and so it allows me to build more trade boats to make more money. Shipyards are actually really, really good. This one increases my manpower modifier, which again, raising the cap raises the amount that we recover per month, so it's also really good. And then these both increase the amount of money we gain. I kind of want to build all these buildings all at the same time. Did I have like any really good provinces to build these in? Plus 500 is pretty good. Anything else that's like at that level? Let's go ahead and build... Oh, that one. Let's build... Oh, no, not there. There. Let's build those there, and then the next buildings we build will be shipyards to get us some more trade monies. Are you coming home? Yes. How are those rebellions looking? They're about to have those guys fire. We're about to have those guys fire. Noble rebels are fine. Separatists are not fine, but those are only 20%. So, these guys might fire. I'd prefer them not to. I could raise the autonomy in the province, but that doesn't seem all that good. Hopefully they're just not gonna fire. We're just gonna believe. We can bring this guy back from France. And we'll improve with Trier for a little while. And I think we didn't finish improving with the Palatinate, so let's go ahead and improve there. Oh, some heretics have spawned over here, which is fine. They can believe whatever they want. They're still mine. And then, okay, yeah, so I'm using all my diplomats right now. The states are mad. War exhaustion is ticking down. The states are mad. Got some unrest. And Burgundy has no heir right now. I need to get Burgundy into a war with not France. Because if Burgundy is in a war with not France, and they have no heir, then there's a much better chance of the Burgundian inheritance firing. But I am like in no state to go to war right now. As a matter of fact, I want to take these mercs. This is kind of risky, just if I get attacked, but I'm gonna go ahead and do it. I mean, I'm still allied to Portugal and Burgundy, so hopefully I won't get punished for it too bad. But go ahead and disband those mercs, and we're gonna build some of these shipyards everywhere so that I can get a much bigger trade fleet. And again, like, I don't think the trade fleet's just supposed to sit there. Hey, ooh, that's a tough call. So good harvest. 1474 was considered a particularly good year for Castile due to good harvest generating higher incomes than ever before. So I can get 155 ducats, which seems pretty good right now. Although I am gaining 14 ducats a month, which is also pretty good. Or I can gain 50 admin power, and again, admin is probably just better, but I kind of want those ducats. Also, I'm way above 50 power projection now, so I'm getting +1 for each monarch point. Additional +1 to each monarch point per month, which is nice. Alright, you guys, stop being weird. Protect trade in Sevilla. Put it on that. Hopefully that'll fix it. Maybe things are going just the way they're supposed to be going, I don't know, but it just seemed weird to me, and I don't like it. Make it stop. Okay, so I can't give any land back to the nobility until one of their modifiers drops off, which is going to hurt my manpower recovery speed, because that is one of the things they benefit when they like you, and make worse when they hate you, which is unfortunate. But it used to be you could game the system and you could revoke that province, and then it would reset the disaster timer back down to 0 and then give it back to them. But now it's the disaster ticks down at -1 each month. So if we were to give it back to them, we'd be basically in the same spot we were before, which isn't ideal. I keep building these. I have a free diplomat. I kind of want to send it to Aragon, make them like us a little bit more. Keep my little guys happy. Let me make sure. Yeah, they just want acceptance for their belief. So like if they succeed, they're not going to get kicked out of my empire or anything. Poland like ate a ton of Bohemia. Poland has eaten a bunch of Germany, just in general. Bohemia is almost just like a complete Czech Republic borders right now. They're done with the Palatinate. I'm going to go ahead and improve with Poland. Poland likes me right now. And I could become allies with Poland, although they do have a coalition, a pretty big one against them. Coalitions are something we hope we never have to deal with. It was, if you take too much land all at one time, you get aggressive expansion. And if you get too much aggressive expansion with too many people, they will all team up together to fight you to take all that land back. And so you kind of, especially conquering in Europe, a lot of it is a big balancing act between taking just enough aggressive expansion and who you take aggressive expansion with. Let's build one more of these, then we'll build some ships. Alright, we have some things falling off for people, but not for the nobility. 1485, 1495, and 1479. So 4 more years till I can do anything with these guys, barring an event. And let's go ahead and take this. Where'd you go? There you are. Build me up to my force limit in boats. So what are the next steps for us? That's kind of the question. In 15 years, we could go back to war with France. We could go to war with Provence right here to take all this land. That would probably not be the worst idea in the whole world. Who are they allied with? Literally no one. Let me tell Aragon to fabricate some claims on that land right there. Don't care about that anymore. And have just Aragon eat up more of the delicious provinces in Europe that I won't have to core in the future. Gonna get a new commandant. I think we had that event pop up for us a little bit ago too. We should have enough room for 3 more boats, 2 more boats, because another building just finished. And then once, I think the next buildings I'm gonna build are all gonna be barracks. I kind of need barracks everywhere to get my manpower back up, but I wanted those boats to be able to generate a little bit more money a turn. Although I'm getting 16 ducats a month, which is kind of good. What else? So Provence is kind of next target, I think. We don't really want to conquer. We don't want to mess with anybody in the HRE itself, I don't think. For some reason I don't have the HRE on my map modes. So like everything in green is part of the HRE, and then these are territories that are considered part of the HRE, but they're owned by someone who's not in the HRE, like all the land that Poland just took. But like Provence here is not in the HRE, so I could conquer this territory, and they wouldn't be mad at me. France would be mad at me, but Savoy might even be mad at me. But the electors who are up here in brown, they won't specifically be mad at me for it. So seems like almost free territory I can get down over here. I probably can't fabricate claims on you myself. So nobles demand recompensation. State has lived off the contribution of the nobles for a long period of time. Now the country is doing so well. Nobility is eager to get their cut of the cake. I can ignore them and lose 1 stability to go down to 0, or pay them off for a lot of ducats, but give them 10 loyalty. But I kind of don't want to do that, so I'm going to lose this stability. Staying at 0 is fine. -1 is the point where bad things start to happen. So I probably can't declare war on Provence right now. No, I need Aragon to fabricate claims, and also getting Burgundy into a war. Oh, they got an heir. Dang it. If we got Burgundy into a war and they didn't have an heir, that's when the Burgundian inheritance has the highest chance of firing. And we have a pretty decent, if it were to fire, we have a pretty decent chance of benefiting from it. Although I think the way it happens has been changed. I used to see it happen a lot more in the past, and not as much recently. Yeah, I'll build one there. Also, I have no army. Neither does Aragon. So maybe going to war at this exact second isn't the best idea. Although, again, Provence probably doesn't provide that much of a challenge. Oh, Aragon has a little bit of an army. Same with Napoli or Naples. Family first. When Isabel was made the royal consort, the de Trastamaras were excited. Now that she is the royal regent of the realm, they are ecstatic. Isabel is one of, if not the most powerful woman in the realm, and the family has made it very clear to us that they expect to be treated in accordance with her position. So I can have officers from her family be favored for promotion, lose 25 Navy tradition, which is not a problem, and the family will remember that we came to their help. Or we can lose 10 prestige and gain a bunch of autonomy in Salamanca, which I don't want. So we're going to lose the Navy tradition. Army and Navy tradition mostly affect how good of generals and admirals you're going to get. And admirals are like completely not important because Navy is mostly not important. So it's not a big deal. I could take Admin Tech 7 right now if I wanted to. I'd pay a 55% penalty on taking it between the ahead of time penalty and the institution penalty. So I'm not going to do that right now. But I could. And that would open up our second idea group, which will probably be diplomatic ideas, I think. Speaking of the Renaissance, how is it looking in our country? 50% in Madrid. It's still spreading kind of slowly, although it's going to be spreading faster here. Yeah, it's 90% in Murcia, 76% there. So yeah, it's spreading pretty fast along this, along our border with Aragon. So hopefully we're going to be getting it decently soon. Once it's accepted here, oh no, we're going to need it in. So you need it in 10% of your development to be able to embrace it. And then to embrace it, you basically pay gold to cover the rest of your development. So the bigger your country is, the harder it is to embrace the institution, essentially. And we took quite a long time to embrace it. It's been 25 years. Hopefully we won't take as long to embrace the next one. Also, the next one's colonialism, so hopefully Portugal will probably spawn it, especially if they went exploration, and they did. So if Portugal spawns colonialism, instead of it spawning all the way over here and having to work its way over to us slowly, it's going to spawn over here and work its way to us much faster. So hopefully we won't have to do too much work to get it. Who else do I want to make happy? Let's improve with Milan. Again, I'm very excited for the next patch. You're gonna be able to just automate your diplomats and just tell them, like, I want to improve with people who don't like me, or people who do like me, with allies, with these guys, and they're just gonna go off and do that automatically. It's gonna be great. I know I said I was gonna build more buildings, but I think I'm gonna save money for yeah. So right now, if I were to, I would need 540 ducats to embrace the Renaissance, which I don't have, so I'm just gonna save money. It will spread pretty quickly on these places that don't have it, or that border places that do have it, and for every place that accepts it, it's going to get cheaper to embrace. So cost is going to go down, but I'm just going to save money up until I'm able to do that, so I don't pay huge tech penalty costs anymore. Other than that, what else are we trying to do? Sure, come back from Venice. Does Aragon have any claims on you? Yes. Let me see what going to war with you would look like. Portugal or Burgundy would not join in. Burgundy because they're in debt and their manpower sucks. And Portugal because it's a distant war. But they only have 8,000 troops, and we've got that. We've got 19,000 troops, just not fully reinforced. We could fully reinforce them, though. Gonna march up there. Sorry, I kind of tagged the mic there with my hand. So this is an easy war we could win. My one concern is how much aggressive expansion is going to take if we wanted to take all three of these provinces. And I don't remember the exact formula, but the bigger the more development a province has, the more aggressive expansion it takes to take it. What's their total war score? Okay. Let me look at. I think I have it on map mode. That's rivals, coalitions. So France has. Oh yeah, I had a mission to accumulate money for a long time. I completely forgot about that. I have some new things. Manpower reserves need to recover, but we're probably never going to take that one. Placate the Ottomans. So their opinion of me has to be 100, and we get 5 prestige and 25 diplomatic power. That's not bad. Or continue the Reconquista, where we own Tangiers and Melilla. And we get morale of armies and morale recovery speed. So we would need this province and we would need to conquer this province and this province in a war. And Morocco has no allies, so we could do that. But I kind of want to go after Provence a little bit more right now. So I think I'm gonna take the mission to get the Ottomans' opinion of me above 100, which I may need to send them a small gift to be able to get there. But oh yeah, I was looking at aggressive expansion. So this is the aggressive expansion map mode. Countries in gray have no aggressive expansion with us. Countries that are tinted a little bit higher red have some. The magic number for this is 50. If a country is above 50 aggressive expansion with you, they have a chance to join a coalition. So Provence has 50, but we're going to conquer them, so that doesn't matter. France has 36, so taking these 3 provinces might get them there. But also we have a truce with France, so they can't really do anything anyway. Maybe some of these other nations over here might be mad, so we may only be able to take 2 of the 3 provinces over here. But I don't think it's going to be too much of an issue. So I'm going to go ahead and fund the army. Let them recover. And get ready to attack Provence. Aragon, unfortunately, only has 1 claim on them. I would like them to have more, but we may only be able to take the 1 province anyway, so we'll see. How much does it cost to embrace this right now? 563. We haven't gotten it in the 3rd. Location yet. And then we need to be admin tech 10 to be able to incorporate Aragon. And we need to have 100 legitimacy, which our legitimacy has been taken down because we have a queen regent. But once we get Isabel, not this Isabel, but that Isabel on the throne, it'll tick back up. Cities demand old rights. Urban dwellers have always existed under a different code of rules than their rural brethren, even in the same state. Just as monarchs look to curb the privileges of the nobles, they often try to bring cities under more uniform rules and regulations. These cities often resisted these efforts. So we can deny the old rights, the burghers lose 10 loyalty and 1 stab, or accept it, and the burghers gain 10 loyalty, and we lose 20 legitimacy. That's a lot of legitimacy. Going down to like the 50s is pretty low. And I have a lot of admin right now, so going back up to 0 stab isn't that bad. I don't love losing the loyalty, but I also don't love losing the legitimacy, so I'm going to boost that back up. And right then, we have a revolt in Sevilla, so we got to bring these troops back over here. Unless Aragon wants to take care of it for us. But we'll go ahead and take this 3rd idea. So because we have taken 3 ideas now, we get the +5 discipline from our national ideas. But having said all that, I'm going to call it an episode right there. Thank you so much for watching. If you've enjoyed it, feel free to hit the like button or subscribe to the channel or even leave a comment. Tell me about Moldavia and its love affair with Ottoman Crimea. And they're like, they're star-crossed lovers, but they can't be together because their parents, Poland and Ottomans, hate each other. But anyway, thank you so much for watching. I'll see you guys next time.